What's up, guys? It's April, and I had an experience last night seeing Django, the D silent, in Korea. Yes, Django got released in Korea. I was so shocked because, I heard about the movie, and I'm like, it ain't gonna come over to Korea. And next thing I know, like the advertisements were just all over the subway in Korea, like the Django. It was like everywhere, and I was like, oh man, I'm ready. And it finally came out. It came out Thursday, but I went to go see it Friday with my friend. We were like a little late. We got in there at the store. It was like, okay, we gotta catch up what's going on. I'm telling you, like the funniest thing was when we left, we were like front row because it was like almost sold out. We went to the CGV in Gangnam and watched it. And when the movie was over, we got up and like all the Koreans saw we were black. They're like, they looked at us like they wanted to ask us something. We walked out. We had to go down because it was like a whole bunch of escalators. You had to go down there. All looking like they wanted to like interview us. Like, is this real? Did you guys know this? We're like, yo, we been about this, okay? We try to educate y'all, okay? We know what's going on. Like, it ain't nothing new. Well, like I looked over and the crew women over on the side were just like, thing about the Django movie, I really enjoyed it. I know like people have like gone, it's like a lot of controversy, but I enjoyed it. It was basically a Western movie set in slavery time, and the hero was black. He got his woman. He was going after his woman. He got his woman. He got back everyone that did any shade to him. I like it was exciting. Now it was so many emotions. Like I cracked up so many times. I cried. Like it was just such an emotional roller coaster, and I loved it. The thing that just killed me the most, and it just made me think about something. Two things that really got me: the Mandingo fighting. It was, oh my gosh, it just showed how belittled. Oh my gosh, it's just like none of us can ever fathom slavery and just how horrific and unhuman it was to see them just like these two black men having to fight because it's either be killed by the slave master or be killed by this other guy, and they're watching them on the floor like two chickens fighting or two dogs. I teared up. It was so emotional for me to see that. And then the house, they call them the house ends. I'm not gonna use the word on here, but the house ends or whatever, like black people that got in the house. And I liked how Tarantino like diversified the people that are in it, because usually like, oh, light skin got in the house, but it was whoever's the most beautiful women got in the house. And the chick who she was sipping her drink and stuff, like she was just used to it. She was literally his sex toy. That guy treated nice because she was beautiful. The girl and the maid, so she was like this. Her hands are like, it was like she was like a doll, a Barbie slave and it was just so racially comical and just, I don't know if that's a phrase, demeaning, and just like it just really got me. And so like this movie just has so many emotions for me. It was just everywhere. Those are like, and like the guy who got tore by the dogs, I was like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. But the thing that got like me the most was that it was like the subtle things, like these two black men having to fight on the floor in front of them and them yelling like it's a dog fight. And these women, like, oh, you the pretty slave. You come get in the house and be master's whore. Like, that was just like, oh my gosh, it got me. And I was like, wow. And, I don't think there's really been a slave movie that really showed how the slaves in the black slaves in the house got treated and how it was so much different. Like, it was almost like a new insight. I was like, wow, they really got, treated like that. See, I didn't research anything about the movie or anything before I saw it, because I just wanted to go in fresh, and like I just wanted, just everything be new to me when I see. So that was really shocking. Another part was the comical parts. I didn't know that Samuel Jackson would be the Uncle Tom. Like I didn't know that was going to be his character. So I was like, nah, that's Sam. And he was so hilarious. How the Uncle Tom could be so freaking funny. Just leave it to Samuel Jackson, right? And the racist people were on the horses and they had the white mask on. And they sat there and could play. And the guy was like, I'm leaving. This is the last time my wife does something for y'all. It was just so, my emotions were everywhere. I was just cracking up. I loved it. And then the ending where it was just this bloody mess. I was like, no, this is a Tarantino movie. Like, it couldn't be a Tarantino movie without just blood everywhere. And it was just so action packed. And I almost didn't want it to end. The ending, he finally got his woman after he was like hanging, upside down but naked. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know we was gonna show man parts, and I was like, all right, these Koreans, okay, they okay. Actually, I'm happy it showed out here so they can see like damn, like that's how it is. Yes, like a lot of Korean people just don't know the struggle, don't know what's happened, in America, like the history and how America was built on the backs of slaves. Like, I feel it was like an education for Koreans, like it's like they looked at my friend and I like, oh my gosh, like they want to say sorry, and it's like, y'all, it's okay, like we got a mama, but I thought it was a wonderful movie. And Leonardo DiCaprio, that man has to be like the best actor on this planet. I thought like he was a slaveholder. Like and I'm happy they gave him facial hair because he looked different. I would have been thinking of like Inception. I was like, oh, Titanic. Like he was actually really good looking with the gold. I was like, all right, you need to keep that because he's such like a boyish look. But and I love how the name they gave it, like Candyland. Like it's like a playful name, but a horrible, horrible place. And they're like, oh, it's a character. Oh, that's horrible, using the N word. If they didn't, it wouldn't be historically accurate. That's how it was. It was brutal. It was horrible back then. And Leonardo DiCaprio, Christopher Waltz, Jamie Foxx, Carrie Hilson. Did I just say Carrie Hilson? Kerry Washington and Samuel Jackson. I don't believe they would ever do a movie to make character black people, especially Samuel Jackson. Samuel don't get down like that. Like Samuel is like the coolest dude ever. Him and Tarantino been friends since Pulp Fiction. Probably before that, he would never do a movie to be demeaning. I just have so much respect for those actors. And Jamie Foxx put the hell out of that character. Jamie, like we already know, Jamie. So dang on multi-talented. Like I used to watch the Jamie Foxx show back in the day when he was singing. Like before, man, I've just been there with Jamie Foxx. Like as a child, I just see so much Jamie Foxx. I loved it. And my girl crush is Kerry Washington. And I mean, it was way, 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 way before Scandal. Way before any of that. I just always thought she was an attractive woman, which is amazing because she's such an amazing actress. I just loved it. The struggle, but I'm happy it's out here. It's time, Koreans got to educate because I just had a situation with my students. Like, it's a black character on our, I'm going to show you guys this too. I'm going to bring the CD home and show you guys because there's some funny stuff on here. But it's a black girl named Lucy, and they got her hair in like these like things that come out of her head, like little dreads or whatever. And she was on there. They was like, oh, Lucy ugly, Lucy ugly. And I said, no, guys, you don't need to do that. But I felt like I should have just stopped the whole thing and just stood there and like did some broken English, like Hua Moon, all cultures are beautiful, and translate their teachers. So next time if that does happen, I'm gonna stop the class and be like, listen, you are not gonna call anyone ugly. Because if I made a joke like, oh, you Japanese, they would, they'd be ready to hang me. So it's like, so y'all, like that's how y'all find, how you find that offensive. It's still a long way to go for Korea and accepting other cultures, but it's growing, and I'm happy this movie is out. So I'm happy this movie is out so it can educate the world on what's going on. And I heard it came out in China, so I love it. And I'm pretty sure, the Korean woman was happy, Jamie Foxx, they got to see. I was like, all right, all right. I thought it was well put together, well executed. Quentin Tarantino's the best, right? So guys, tell me what you thought about the movie, and how was the audience when you went? It was just me and my friend, and we talked a little bit. We was like, girl, we was like, yeah, he dead now. Like, it was nice. Like, me and her, we understood. How was before and after the theater, and how was your town reacted to the movie? All right, peace, guys.